Citation. Good. Welcome to the Warrior Within Dojo, and my name is Grandmaster Sayfullaah Al-Amriykiy. Today I have a guest instructor that will be joining us. His name is Sean Ritchie from the world of Sanukis, a senior student of Grandmaster King. Today, I've been asked to deal with grabs, and strikes, and to give you a good foundation, a good explanation of how to understand the foundation that you should build as far as moving against and defending against your opponent. So we're going to cover kazushi, the balance, how to destroy, not break, but destroy the balance of your opponent. We'll cover Happo no kazushi, the 8 directions of breaking or destroying the balance. We'll cover Hando no kazushi, creating the void, breaking the balance by creating the void, or by Tai no Hinko, body movement, or by Tai Sabaki, body evasion. And then we'll have Ate no kazushi, striking or break or destroying the balance by striking. We'll also cover what the essential ingredients that every martial art must have. We'll cover those 5 principles, those 5 ingredients, and we'll cover the 3 ingredients that every jiu-jitsu practitioner must have when executing their technique. Again, enjoy yourself. This will be part 1 from grabs and strikes. Grandmaster Sayfullaah Al-Amriykiy from the Warrior Within Dojo. Rush! 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 On the team, welcome. Okay, so what we're going to deal with, as I said, grabs and the various combinations of grabs and strikes and then strikes and stuff. So I'm going to ask Sean to come up and join me as I demonstrate the various types of grabs and various types of strikes that we're using and the various types of combination of grabs and strikes. So, as we're here, the first one, right, we call the natural grab, single hand grab. The second one, crisscross, coming across, crisscross. The third one, double hand grab on one hand. The fourth one, double hand grab, both hands. The fifth, one-handed collar grab. The sixth, we call rip them up. Right? Double hand grab on the collar. 7, double hand grab to the rear on the wrist. 8, double hand grab on the elbow, grabbing the elbow. 9, grabbing the shoulder. 10, grabbing the neck. 11, upper body bear hug. 12, lower body bear hug. Striking, forward punch to the face. 13, to the solar plexus, to the midsection, forward punch. Uppercut, punch. 15, 16, grab, combination, and strike. 17, grab, punch into the gut. 18, grab, uppercut. 19, grabbing from behind and striking to the head. 20, grabbing from behind, striking to the back. 21, grabbing from behind, uppercut into the back. These are the grabs, strikes, and grab strike combination that we'll be covering in this series of videos. Whoosh. This way. Whoosh. Thank you very much. Okay, so now there's a foundation that has to be built. There's a foundation that has to be built. And this video, I wanted to be able to help the student understand the importance of building a foundation of knowledge of what exactly is taking place when you're executing your technique or defending oneself. So, what we look at was there are 5 essential ingredients. 5 essential ingredients that every martial art technique must have. Every martial art must have these 5 ingredients. The first one is timing. The second one is balance. The third one is posture. The fourth one is coordination. And the fifth one is speed. When we deal with, we'll get to the timing. When we deal with kazushi, which is the balance or destroying your opponent's balance. There are 8 directions, Happo no kazushi. We call that Happo no kazushi. There are 8 directions of destroying the balance. As we come together, push. Now horse stand. There are 8 directions. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, straight to me. 4, there we go. That's right. 5, back to the rear. 6, back to the rear. 7, and 8. And we're going to do it once again. Spin them around on the other side. 1 side, 2 side, 3 straight back, 4 straight forward. That's why I'm moving my head out the way so I don't get busted upside the head. Right? 5 to the rear, 6 to the rear forward, 7 to the rear, 8 to the rear forward. These are what we call the 8 directions of breaking the balance. Happo no kazushi. So it's very important that we get the understanding of that we want to destroy the person's balance. So we got to understand if I want him to move here, if I step into that, he falls right into me, my left body is low, up and around. Good job, bring him over, right him down, my back. Those steps, a little slow down for you. Take my opponent this way. First, as I take him this way, I come in. That makes my entry easy. My hands drop. I spin around here. Let him drop on me. Lift him up in the air and throw. Push. There are 2 ways in dealing with kazushi that you can break or destroy the person's balance. Hando no kazushi. Breaking the balance or destroying the balance through tai no hiko, body movement, or tai sabaki, body evasion. So, I have a person who's irate. He's upset. He wants to come and he pushes. Boom! Right? When you have this type of motion, you want to be able to push it. Right? Push me out of the way. Come on, push me out. That's what I want. Good. All right. That type of push, when you have this, how would it apply Hado no Kuzushi. Same push comes in. That breaks the balance. Right? Destroying your opponent's balance by avoiding. Right? Evasion. Tasabaki. Evading. Tano Hiko is different. Tano Hiko is body movement. So the person comes to break down. Punch comes in. I want to avoid that. But I also want to redirect his energy. Right? His direction of the striking is coming here to destroy. When that happens, I'm gonna come and now there we go. Right? Redirecting with the body motion. From this side, I do it from this angle. And I'll slow it down. What's happening? I receive, bring him, and then bring him back. And bring him, move it. Watching my back. Watching my back. The next one, ate no Kuzushi. We see this a lot in snooker, especially if you apply what's called the baseball punch. In this situation, let's use the grabs, coming in, grab. So, my opponent grabs, I meet the grab, breaking, destroying the balance here. All right, so this angle. I no Kuzushi now. I strike, break the balance, boom. I strike, moving, and controlling your opponent, breaking. Grabbing again, I step in, and by striking, destroying the balance. One simple technique, he grabs, I strike. I hit, strike. The next part or foundation that we want to build upon is the three ingredients or components that every jiu-jitsu technique must have. And here we deal with the first one is Kuzushi, destroying the balance. Teskuri, entry into the technique, and then kake, the execution of the technique itself. Dealing with entry, I'm going to ask, I guess, Shihan Ricky to come forward and talk and demonstrate a little bit on what we mean by entry. Shihan?
So, Doc said entry and exit. What comes in between is up to you. Okay? So when we're talking about entry, it's how you get into the beginnings of the technique, what starts it, what gets it going. For example, and the entries are it's very situational, so it can be a lot of things. Let's start with a straight punch. As he comes here, I enter in. I come inside. Right? I can enter here. Right? I want to get inside. Space gives him opportunity. Right? So as he throws that punch, I can come in. Right? There's my entry. I can get the Kuzushi here off the entry. He comes, I can come here. Look again. My knee touches his knee. I get inside. Right? Give me like something coming around outside. I can come inside again. Look. As I enter in,
That's a perfect example of destroying the Kuzushi. He destroyed it.
yes. So that comes around. I just come in here. And then look. Simple. Right? Go to the entrance. Give me that straight again. I can enter here. Right? So the entry is really based on what happens if he, so he comes to grab. Right? I just track it here. And again, my knee is against his knee, my hand's here. This is all here. Right? So when you're talking about the entry, it's how you get to the beginnings of what you're going to do. It's how you avoid the attack. Two-hand choke. Right. Now notice on that one, I didn't enter in, I allowed him to enter into me.
Very good.
Right? I allowed him to come. I used his energy to attain my entry. Right? There's my throw. Right? So entry is how we get to the beginnings. Right? It's how you put yourself in position to finish the technique. It's how you diffuse his attack and give yourself the opportunities to see what comes next, to lead you up to your exit. Right? Entry, exit. Let's.
Thank you. So, again, Kazushi, Soskori, Kake. Destroying the balance, entering into the technique, and executing the technique itself. These are very, very three important components that every jujitsu technique must comprise of. So what we're going to do now, one more part I gotta cover with you, before we get into the grabs themselves. And this is understanding the difference between the technique and the principle behind the technique. So we're going to look at Uriosai, Kotozume, and Kotohanari. And then the principle that goes with them, as you probably know them, or are familiar with them, Ikkyo or Ikajo, Nikkyo or Nikajo, or Sankyo or Sankajo. These are the three principles. You have to understand the principle that makes the technique flow much more better. So here, when we deal with the technique itself, the technique of Uri Osai. Okay, Uri Osai, so let's deal with the crisscross grab, right? And dealing with the crisscross grab, right? Boom, as he's reaching, something has to happen. I cannot just go and start. See that? We can get into a struggle. And while he's struggling with me, right? I'm going to sleep. Right? What has to happen? I want you to pay close attention to what happens to his body when he grabs. Hear that, bro? Now I can control him. What I control him with is the principle, right? Of the straight line. See that shoulder to the rising? Right? That's EQ. I can move him. Control him. Now I can. EQ, right? Is a straight line. A straight line. The principle that this shoulder, this hand, must go into the shoulder, rise it as you're being connected upon. So when he connects upon me, see that? Look at it. See that raise? Here's breathing, do it again. Here's breathing. I send the energy, he doubles, okay? And I can move him. You can't resist that, all right? If you don't apply this principle, EQ, when applying the technique of Uri Osai, which is the arm bar, then you will have difficulty in executing that technique. All right? The minute that his energy comes, you're going to convert the energy back into it. All right? So this is the first grab that we're talking about, the natural grab. All right? When that natural grab comes in, right? Now I can move him. Now I can move him because I control him. All right? I can move him up. See that? arm bar. Now, just take very good attention, pay close attention to this. I want to show you something. Come close. The elbow is very important in the wrist and the forearm. It's very important. Because look at my footing. Remember I said your posture, right? He can reach down and grab the foot and put me down. But if I'm applying ODO side, means that you push the arm bar, you push the elbow, and pull up on the wrist. Yeah, see? That's very important to know. I'm breaking this down so you can see exactly what's happening while you're applying this technique. You just can't go and somebody grab your arm and then think you're going to go into an arm bar. All right? You're going to go into a struggle. I have not controlled them with what? The principle of the straight line. All right? All right? All right? Now, right where the elbow is, down. All right? Watching my back. My leverage, my leg, my body. Coming close, down. Understand this principle fully. As the hand comes in, what I'm doing, the energy is coming forth into. So, as we slowly, as he touches, I come up. That's what raises that. That's what makes that straight line. Right? That technique, and then, right? I control him. Now I can control him with one hand, down, right in reverse. Still come around, right? Watching my back. Okay. Again, I go this side. This is the natural hand. Now, there's something very important. When he grabs me, not natural, first one. Right. Boom. Just when he grabs this hand, a lot of people, when we practice our self-defense technique, we do this. There we go. It's too late. It's too late. The energy must come on contact. See that? Right? The energy must come on contact. Watch it again. See that? Here's breathing. It affects his breathing. Okay? This gives me the ability to maneuver now into the technique of Udio side. Arm bar. Okay? All right, next one. Mikyo. Mikyo is a principle that if you don't do it correctly or don't understand the principle, then what's going to happen is that your technique will fail. The technique is called Kote Zune. And here, let's deal with another grab. Let's deal with the grab that comes from the collar. Boom. All right. Now, let me show you what the principle of Mikyo is. Mikyo, it means that there must be a curve. There must be a curve. This curve must exist in order for Kotezume to work. All right. So when he grabs, I strike, come up, here's my curve. I step to him, here's my curve. Another way of doing this, using Kotezume, is when you have the first grab, the natural grab. All right. Now I need two things. What do I need? What's the first thing I need? I need the first principle. Because I'm not going to move. Let's apply that first principle. So when he comes in, one, now two, there you go. All right, there's my curve. I go right into Nikyo. All right, Kotezume. Look where he's at. He's way down there. All right. Very important thing is that I'm pointing my finger down to the ground, which brings the pressure. The more I go to him, the more it hurts. I bring him this way with me. Step back with me this way. So, this, understanding the principle of Nikyo, the curve, and the technique of Kutte-Izumi, alright, it's a very, very, very important that you understand the dynamics of what's going on. Okay, the dynamics, the principle of what's going on is very important. So when he grabs, again, I must apply the first principle first. Bring energy back to him. Now, back. Any questions?
Why can't he just let go?
Okay, good question. The energy that the person is using, your attacker is using, when they come, we'll use the other hand, with that hand and break it. When the attacker is attacking, right? The amount of energy, what does that attacker intend? He intends to control you, to take possession of you and make you do what they want you to do, right? So that energy, that's why you hear his breathing changes, right? From the energy that as he's focused on making me, I'm not going to put the energy in there, but he wants to pull me to him. He wants to say, come on over there, you know, so he grabs me and pulls me in, right? Oh, right? But what stops that is when you redirect that energy, right, and get that straight line in the EQ. Once you get the straight line, right, now, I bring this back to him, right? Now, he's stuck with, that's his energy that he grabbed me with. He wanted to grab me so hard, he want to let go now, but it ain't gonna happen. Right? If I touch you, you can forget it, right? So, right? Hey, I can kick, I can do what I want to do, and, right? I got to do that. Hand kick. Take the man, put another as fast as you can. Remember? Yeah. He's back in grade school. So, let's come. When that grab comes in, right? Right, so the more I stay in, and the most important point thing, remember, point down. Point down. Two-hand grab. Here. What's going to happen? Am I going to be able to do something here just moving? No. I got to do that energy up. Right? Then, in. There we go. Look what I'm doing. I'm pointing down. And he's down on his knee. Yeah. Locked in. Hook, line, and sinker. Let's hook. Third one. Third principle. Sankyu. Sankyu, right? Same principle. I must apply the same principle in EQ. Now, Sankyu has a different principle, right? Angle up, around, turning. Now look what we have here. We covered this in the last video. Reverse gooseneck. Also, crisscross grab. Crisscross. Coming in, same thing. Yeah. There we go. And yeah. Now, here as I step to him, turn and twist it. This is a spiral, right? Now if you angle, up and back of me, I want little toes. This has to expect, this is the twisting motion. Sankyo is the twisting, right? A spiral motion, right? Hand straight up in the air, turning. It affects, turn here, the shoulder and the spine. The shoulder and the spine. Up. Pull down. Push. The three principles. EQ. Ikajo, meaning that it has to have the straight line. The straight line to go into Uryosai. Second principle is Sankyo or Sankajo. Sankajo is doing what? The curve. Gotta have the curve. And then the third final principle, Sankyo, right? Or Sankajo, is having what? The spiral or twisting that affects the arm all the way down into the spine. Going forward, what I'd like to do now will take the first 3 grabs. Can you say? As we showed you the natural grab coming in and controlling that person with that motion of bringing the energy up, we can show that you have him or her, equal treatment, right? In control and off balance. Okay? First motion comes in. I say, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm gonna break him here. Uryosai. I'm gonna come into the first arm bar. Look at my leg. I step here. I press down and pull out. Pull down. I bring here, up, with my pressure. Once more. 1, here. Now notice what I'm doing with my knee. I'm not just turning back my back, I'm breaking the elbow. My knee. Sorry. My knee. And just for bring them up. You have this block here. Change hand, turn. Bring them back around. Like this one. Man with the old cane. Right? Old man with the cane technique. Next one is the crisscross grab. Crisscross grab. This is our second grab. Coming across. Crisscross. Same thing applies here. In, 1. Short work. 2. Down, 3 snaps. 4, stepping in. Watching my back. Then close. Then we'll go to back very close till I get you. The more I make you feel. Alright, here we go. Then crisscross comes in. Bring that energy back to his eye. Right? Here it is. Turn. Right. My back. Step up. Move there. Push that shoulder in. One, slowly. Energy up. 2, highway. Step. Changing, and notice I change his direction. 3, snap the elbow. more. Watch my back. Stay right with it. Yeah. I've been there. Feel it. Right, sister man? Just. Right? Third knife is a double hand grab, reverse, crisscross. Boom! Double hand grab. Now, there's something I want to show about this. But you won't see it on this side, but turn this side so you can see. When he attacks, I attack also. Watch it again. Yeah! Right? Striking. Right? Here it is. Watch it again. And in and strike right away. 1, 2. Knees right there. 3. Ooh, very good. Like this. Right? Knees right there. Alright, now I'm going to step around and break. Right? Hook it. Push.
Warrior within dojo.
This is in. Give you enough information to help you perfect your technique. And move. Let's move.
It's the warrior within. Dojo world's our goal to break a warrior's limbs. You go hard, I go hard.